Sunday afternoon in the USL Super League brings us to One Spokane Stadium in Spokane, Washington. Spokane Zephyr FC playing host to Dallas Trinity FC. Today's USL Super League match is presented by River Park Square. With Carmen Boquin, I'm Josh Eastern. A beautiful sunny day here in the Pacific Northwest. The standings entering today in the USL Super League. 3 games on the slate. It is 5 versus 6 in the standings as Spokane Zephyr sitting on 6 points, Dallas Trinity on 5 points. So far for Spokane Zephyr in 2024, tied for the most draws in the USL Super League with 3. They've been grinding out results.
And you know, they're also coming from a few games at home, coming back to another one. And October is going to be with a few games at home. So taking advantage of being good at home, dominating and winning those 3 points is going to be truly important in terms of they want to accomplish in this fall season.
Spokane has been very good in wide areas, and forward Amina Ekic has been a big reason why.
She's been doing such a great job. She's going to be starting in her sixth match. She has 1 goal. It came from a penalty kick, 5 shots, and 2 assists so far. So just a player that knows how to make the difference and impact for the club.
For Dallas Trinity FC, they're the highest scoring team in the USL Super League with 8 goals, but 6 of them came in 1 game.
Yeah, and in the last one, they weren't able to score against Brooklyn, losing 2-0. So it's important for them to start getting those goals back again. And you know, they have a few key players are capable of doing that.
And in that 6-goal performance against Lexington a few weeks back, it was forward Allie Thornton that scored the first hat trick in Super League history.
Yeah, hoping she's back on track with the goals. 9 shots on target, and of course, out of them came those 3 goals that you mentioned, and that's the big effort that Allie Thornton is doing, and hopefully she can find herself again scoring goals.
We are building you up to first kick. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Spokane, Washington. The first ever meeting between Spokane Zephyr and Dallas Trinity FC. We'll have lineups and first kick on the way.
New flavors. Same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador. Spiked Bebidas.
This is the beginning. This is a first practice, a first video session, a first pregame talk. This is a first ticket, a first scarf raise, a first kickoff. This is a tapestry of clubs and players and communities inspired by those who blazed the trail for women's sports, ready to inspire the next generation. We are the USL Super League. We're part of a movement, and this is our moment.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
Yeah, I said what I said. I don't care, I paint the town red.
If you can survive this, it's going to make the whole story that much better.
The bright horses are broken free from the fields.
Today's kickoff is presented by River Park Square. We come to you from One Spokane Stadium in Spokane, Washington. Spokane Zephyr FC and Dallas Trinity FC. Today's starting lineups, we start with Joe Johnson starting 11 for Spokane. It's just 1 change. Pardon me, it's Dallas. 2 changes for Pauline McDonald.
He's leaving Mesa on the bench. She was questionable before the match, so guessing that's one of the reasons why she's staying there. And then Hardeman out in international duty, so it's the home debut for Hudson. And then Shepherd, after 4 appearances, this being her 4th, she's going to be having her first start.
Now for Spokane Zephyr, just one change for Joe Johnson today.
Yes, Bigiano staying on the bench and coming in Sophia Braun, you know, a team that is ready to just keep doing what they're doing so far, and having Nino, of course, in that starting lineup, such a great goalkeeper as of now with so many saves, already 17 in those 5 matches that she was on for Spokane.
And we talked to forward Amina Ekic about the new opportunity she has in Spokane.
It's been great. It's been fun to be a part of something new and build something from the ground up. I've had experience with that previously in the NWSL, being part of an expansion club. So it's really fun being the start of something new and making this a successful program.
Amina, you were part of the team of the month in September. Looking back on your performance in that first month, what do you think got you in the Super League honors?
I would say just creating attacking chances, getting forward, getting into the box, whether it's goals or assists, and it's something I want to keep building on for the month of October.
Amina, thanks so much for your time and good luck today.
Of course, thank you so much.
Unfortunately, some bad news for Spokane Zephyr, as we just talked to Amina Ekic before she went out for warm-ups, but she has since been scratched from the starting 11, and taking her spot will be Natalie Vigiano. So a quick change here right before game start, and it is Vigiano who slides in. So she was the change coming from last game. Now she's right back in.
Exactly, and you know, the change is going to be now that of Amina Ekic. Hopefully it's nothing, you know, what keep her out of the starting lineup for this match, and we'll see if she even stays on the bench or she's just out definitely for maybe getting some injury during the warm-ups.
That is Spokane Zephyr head coach Joe Johnson, her first pro head coaching position. She's loved her time so far in Spokane, as we are just about set for kickoff. Our referee is Laura Rodriguez. Dallas Trinity, Spokane Zephyr. The first matchup between Spokane and Dallas. There's the whistle, and we are underway on a beautiful 68-degree day in Spokane, Washington. Beautiful new One Spokane Stadium. Spokane is probably happy to be playing another team other than DC. They played 2 straight games against DC Power. Last time out, a draw, a 2-2 draw against DC on the road at Audi Field. It was Taylor Almer who scored her first goal for Spokane. Then an own goal. They went up against 2 penalty kicks from Wolf Bauer for DC. They come away with a point on the road. But as Joe Johnson said, it's hard to get points on the road. It was the first time we really had to fight back into a game. And now they're looking to carry on some of that momentum. You talked about in the open, the slew of home games they have coming up in the month of October. So a big chance for this Spokane team to really kick on.
And that's the important thing, you know, taking the advantage of being at home, starting since the league is new, the club, getting, you know, that feel of how the community is going to be supporting them coming into the game. And in, you know, when you have so many games at home, this is their 5th, and they still have 2 more at home. So it's going to be interesting to see how they react in terms of facing this last part of the fall season.
Spokane looking to build out for Dallas Trinity. Last time out, a 2-0 loss against Brooklyn. As head coach Polly McDonald said, we just struggled to find some rhythm. Things fell in their fortune, and we were on the back foot in that game. It didn't really have a whole lot going for them. A midweek matchup in New York City, Brooklyn's first home game. It just didn't go Dallas's way, and now back out on the road 10 days later, trying to get things going in their favor. This runs all the way to the end line and out of play. One thing we know with this Dallas side is they can score goals. They scored 6 in the game against Lexington. And 6 of their 8 goals have been scored in the one game. So they can score a lot, but it hasn't really been spread out across the board for Trinity.
At least not in the last one. And they not only have this one against Spokane, they also have the next one, which is another away match against DC Power. So that's another game that they know it's going to be really hard. They already lost 3. Now we'll see what they can do in the next 6, including this one.
A whistle, and this will go Spokane's way. Spokane in black. It is Dallas in the tan jerseys. Pauline McDonald, now her 2nd game in charge of Dallas Trinity after coming over when her visa was approved. Her first game that she watched was against Lexington, that 6-2 game. She was up in the press box for that game. She's still been getting acquainted here in the United States, but now a 2nd road trip in her 2 games in charge.
I loved the takeaway from our call with her, but one of the things that I like the most is that she's a fan of Mexican food. She's in the exact place where she needs, and she's going to be able to get all the Mexican food she wants.
Dallas, a good spot for it.
I'm with her. I love Mexican food.
There's Almer trying to roll it through the middle, trying to play dummy, and it is turned over to Dallas Trinity now. We can confirm that because Amina Ekic was scratched from the starting lineup, she is out for the game today. Well, it's good to talk to her before the game, before we knew that she wasn't going to play in this game. And unfortunate for Spokane because she's been a bright spot with a goal and an assist, the Bosnia-Herzegovina international.
She was also a part of the team for the month for September, and she didn't seem like, you know, I guess something happened during the warm-up because she was really excited to have just another game at home.
She was waving to her, I believe her parents were here.
They were there.
Waving to her dad in the stands, and I guess now she can watch the game with them, unfortunately. Into the corner, and it runs out of play. A throw-in now on the way for Spokane. Coach Joe Johnson talks so much about how this community has supported the Spokane Zephyr team so far in the opening few weeks. Sell out in their first match against Fort Lauderdale as this comes into the box. Nothing doing for Spokane in terms of getting something on target, and Dallas get it out to midfield. Will be out for another throw. Control in the middle by Yenny Danielson. And Dallas able to keep possession. Dumped out of play, and it's a throw-in coming for Spokane. And Taryn Reese. Long throw, trying to flick this along. It comes back centrally. A bit too heavy off the chest. That's Lucy Shepard tracking back to keep it for Dallas. Dallas already getting a bit more of a foothold in this game than they did against Brooklyn in the early going. Progressing that forward was Wanya Hudson, who is the new player in on loan for Dallas Trinity. Jordan Hardiman, who has started a few games so far, is being called into the Under-17 World Cup for the United States. So missing out today, a couple injuries at center back, so needing some extra help in central defense, and Hudson coming in on loan from the Washington Spirit in the NWSL. Spokane able to find an outlet, and Almer leads the break. Moves it ahead for Vigiano. Here's Almer again. Almer trying to play it in behind. Vigiano is making the run. Instead, it runs through for Maddie White, who gets her second straight start in goal.
That one's going to be, you know, a good way of creating that effort, either from the wings or in the middle. What a great pass, just a few seconds behind the ball. if they keep making another ones like this, it can be close to finding the first goal of the night.
Dorsey, the long throw. Again, all the way to the end line, and a foul here. No goal kick, a foul instead. It goes to Spokane anyway. Here are your keys to the game presented by Ford. What do you got, Carmen?
Well, you know, for Spokane, try to be strong and steady on defense. They've been conceding already a few PKs, 3 so far in the 5 matches that they played. And for Dallas Trinity, just trying to be more dynamic in terms of how they keep playing and finding their way from the back and just keep scoring those goals that they have been doing so good lately with those 8 goals, but they're coming from that last match without any.
Pauline McDonald talked about working on more attacking organization, having a bit more fluency in the attacking third. It's great you score 6 goals, but that was just one day. You got to continue that now through the rest of the season. That's the next step, according to Pauline McDonald. Centrally here, foul, and that goes against Jaskinek. Jaskinek, very vocal in her disagreement.
Well, you know, you can understand why she would say that. She was coming really fast. They end up clashing. It's part of the normal contact, but just a little bit too heavy on that touch.
Jaskinek now one of 2 players in the starting lineup for Spokane that played their college soccer at Wisconsin. Natalie Vigiano being the other. Jaskinek, a former Big Ten midfielder of the year in Madison. This is long down the line and out of play. Today's injury report is brought to you by Kinetic Chiropractic, a modern approach to chiropractic care. Thais Hayes out for this game. Mina Ekic also scratched, and unfortunately the injury list is quite long for Dallas, with starting center back Jenna Weinbrenner still out. Inzi Broussard also has missed some time over the last few weeks. Quick stoppage here. Long throw. Comes back into the middle. Maybe something on for Spokane. Just touched away, but Zephyr able to keep it. Reese trying to keep possession for Spokane, and does. Some pressure there by Lucy Shepard. Ton of time on the ball in these opening 10 minutes for Dallas. Spokane trying to control things here on their home field.
And they're just taking their time of having the possession and building from the back, leaving Dallas Trinity, you know, with the necessity of running behind the ball, and see how with the pressure that they're putting, they are capable of just winning a ball.
Long through the middle again. Allie Thornton, that hat trick against Lexington, but never really got going against Brooklyn. Chances were few and far between in that game for Dallas Trinity. Trying to get things going back in the right track from an attacking sense. This runs out of play. Dorsey couldn't keep it. Vigiano wants to go quick. Now playing in behind, Jaskinek onto it. The cross, maybe a little flick away. Weiner tracking it down on the far side, keeps it in play. Now setting up for the cross. Played back post, too far. And it's out for a goal kick. Spokane getting forward quite well.
And doing it really fast. You know, they were having the possession but lacking those opponents' entries, and they got this one. Trailing behind for Weinert. At the end, she ended up getting it, but just not putting it perfection for that service and anybody else to get closer and do something with it.
Play through lines, Almer. Sophia Braun couldn't keep it. Danielson now looking upfield for Dallas Trinity. Just looking to play it down the line. Chioma Ubogagu on the run. And couldn't connect. Gagu connecting with Guillen. And Dallas will start from the back. There's Hannah Davison, who scored the first goal in Dallas Trinity history. Part of that 1-1 draw against the Tampa Bay Sun on opening weekend. Dorsey. Cut back for Brooks. Again, Dallas trying to get something going forward now. Black shirts converging on the ball quickly. Almer trying to connect with Jesenik, and again, it's Davison to step in for Dallas in defense. Played out wide again.
A lot of game played in the midfield, you know, with those opportunities for Spokane, just being able to control the ball and then just trying to move quickly to that final end.
A foul and a free kick coming for Spokane. These wide players have been very dangerous so far for Spokane, just as head coach Joe Johnson talked about. Weinert, and we thought it was going to be Ekic, but it's Vigiano instead today. Free kick, whipped in, and nothing doing for Spokane. Ubogagu now. Guillen, now Hudson, forced into a tough spot. And pressure by Spokane, making it difficult for Dallas to play out, and they get what they deserve, that turnover. Moving it out wide again. Broken up as Bourgeois was trying to come forward. Floated ball in, back post, free header, and Vigiano puts it out of play. Decent chance there for Spokane Zephyr.
And if you have the opportunity to just put that long ball into the box and find somebody, that was just great. The header, maybe not with the ideal effect for you to end up going into the back of the net, but still just being dangerous and dangerous by the minute.
The first big chance of this game coming for Spokane. Dallas really have not been able to get going so far in this game. 2 touches in the opposition box already for Spokane, nothing yet for Dallas. Dorsey, lost possession. Jesenik. Marley Canales will play it back, and Spokane will reset with Reese. Here's Sarah Clark. Clark progressing upfield for Spokane, playing through lines. Headed forward, and Julia Dorsey returns it back to Maddie White. Pressure on Gabby Guillen. Guillen is brought down. It's a free kick going Dallas's way. Floated forward. Dallas trying to get something going. Scan now and you will win one of 20 unique restaurant discounts. Thank you Caruso's, De Leon's Taco and Bar, the Burger Dock, Flat Stick Pub, TT's Barbecue, Jimmy John's, Casa Tap House, IHOP, and Steam Plant Restaurant and Brew Pub. Here's Mackenzie Weiner. Weiner getting into the box. Davison was there. And a corner kick on the way for Spokane Zephyr.
And the effort has been there for the home club, just creating, almost feeling that dangerous, getting that first ball that we had with that good header, and now coming a good opportunity from a corner and a set piece.
This is the ICCU Corner Kick, your financial success fan club. Canales is ready to deliver for Spokane. Driven ball in. It was met there and it's headed away. Bourgeois had the chance.
Bourgeois with the chance and Julie Dorsey with the save. You know, such a great corner. Exactly to the space where there was nobody defensively talking, and then this great save with a header from Julie Dorsey.
That is headed in, if not, for Dorsey's effort. The ICCU Corner Kick, your financial success fan club. An in-swinging ball punched away by White, and then nodded away by Allie Thornton. Sent forward again by Clark. Free header, steered wide. Couple of good chances coming on corner kicks or recycled corner kicks. This time it was Haley Thomas.
Well done by Haley Thomas, you know, taking advantage of that ball and just putting it back in to play. This came from Clark. And then, of course, the header, only not in that right direction, going wide next to Maddie White goal.
Thomas, one goal this year. Played her college soccer at Weber State, then Boston College from nearby Kennewick, Washington in the Tri-Cities. Dallas playing through the middle, Thornton, and it's turned over. Bogagu trying for some hard work in the middle, but again, nothing on for Dallas so far. Shepard is still waiting to come back onto the field. Shepard trying to progress forward now for Dallas. Thornton again taken off the ball. And looking for the direct ball over the top, headed away, but collected again, Jaskinek. Placed centrally for Canales. And now that width being shown by Alyssa Bourgeois. Bourgeois' cross is deflected out of play, and another corner kick coming for Spokane Zephyr.
And I think you said the key word here, and it's direct play, because they were handling the ball, the possession, but now being able to get closer to the attacking third. And they were able to evolve during the game, realize that maybe just playing a little bit direct and long balls, they would get closer, and they have been doing that for the last 5 minutes, creating a lot of danger.
This is the ICCU corner kick, your financial success fan club. Floated in, back post. Knotted out of play. Chances have been there on set pieces for Spokane in the early going, as we're midway through this first half, and really nothing to speak of in terms of chances for Dallas Trinity.
No, and this is going to be the part where I want to see how they react. You know, they couldn't fight the possession. Now the long balls, how are they going to find themselves into a good position towards the goal?
Physical play by Amber Brooks, and now Dallas sprung free into the attack. Cross blocked, and it comes back for Ubogagu. Wanya Hudson and Ubogagu. Canales again looking for that direct ball down the line. Mackenzie Weinert onto it and turns it in field. Weinert with her head up. Cross taken in by Maddie White.
Yeah, I think she was looking more of a pass to the back, finding another player, just coming that long run, accompanying her in the whole play. But I guess she just took two extra passes and touches on the ball, and it was impossible for Sophia Braun to just get closer and connect that ball.
Windermere Foundation is thrilled to welcome our charity of the month. It's more than a home, it's a way to give back. Please visit our site at windermerefoundation.com. Comes in, taken by Izzy Nino. 6 seasons at Michigan for Nino, the Northville, Michigan native. Time in Australia with Newcastle Jets. Now back in the United States here with Spokane Zephyr. It's been a quiet day so far for Nino in goal. Dorsey wins it back. Touched into the middle and nothing doing. Dorsey. It's floated towards goal. Nobody making the run. Another easy take by Izzy Nino. A key player on the bench today for Dallas is Sam Meza, the loanee from the Seattle Reign. Start on the bench today. A player who has caught the eye of quite a few coaches when we ask about Dallas in terms of Meza's technical ability, working in tight spaces in the middle. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw her later on today for Dallas. It's moved out wide for Vigiano. Down the line, and miscommunication, this will run out of play.
Taylor Almer there, you know, just trying to do that typical play without miscommunication, like you mentioned. Somebody should have been maybe entering in that play where she exactly put the ball. But just proving how good they have been for the last, I don't know what, 8 to 10 minutes of complete possession and creating so much attack. We'll see the reaction for Dallas Trinity and how they can start just getting closer to the goal.
Chested down by Taryn Reese and able to keep it for Spokane. Work down the line, Jaskinek putting pressure on Wanya Hudson, forcing her to play that ball. It stays in play and now out for a Dallas throw. Here's Lucy Shepard. Dallas trying to get something going in the attack. Laid off for Dorsey, who cuts it in. Brooks. Again, Dorsey down the line. Shepard taking off the ball, and Spokane have been strong defensively thus far. Brooks thought she was fouled. Referee says that was all ball. And Spokane continue forward. Vigiano.
They have been able to outnumber in one way or the other Dallas Trinity. This was the last few good minutes that they had, just controlling the ball a little bit, but still ended up losing it in the back.
Floated over the top. Davison, the header. Spokane trying to keep it, and they do. Bourgeois. Now Weinert back for Bourgeois, who stayed on side. And with throw-in for Spokane. Floated in. Comes end line. Jaskinek keeps it alive. Touched out for another corner kick. We're starting to mount here for Spokane. This is the ICCU corner kick, your financial success fan club. Corner kick number 4 already. Marley Canales stands over it once again. Floated in. Ubogagu the header. Vigiano nods it down. And now room to run for Dallas Trinity. Allie Thornton. An option in the middle, but it's broken up. Taryn Reese tracking back and able to win it back for Spokane. Floated forward, good ball ahead. Thornton gets all the way to the end line. Did well to keep possession. Cut back, the shot is low, it's on target, and it's saved by Nino. First of the game for Dallas.
Well, and it took at least 30 minutes, but it was a really dangerous one. It seemed that she was going in that 1v1. Well done over there by the defensive player, just being able to disallow her with the nice space that she needed to get that first shot. And then in the second one, Nino just getting the ball.
All the way into the corner, and it is touched out of play. Zephyr fans, get match ready with the latest Zephyr merchandise. Shop online or in the team store at the Davenport Grand Hotel in Spokane. Long run, but it's kept in play by Vigiano. Pushed ahead once more, and that's when Dallas win it back all the way into the corner, and a throw-in for Trinity. Referees, I've noticed, are cracking down on when you roll your sleeves up. You're apparently not allowed to do that anymore.
To roll the sleeves?
Yeah. I'm not sure why. I'm honestly not sure. That'll be a question to ask. Chioma Ubogagu moves it forward. Ubogagu gets the return ball as she comes into the box. The cross was blocked. And Taryn Reese with the clearance. Brooks, heavy touch, and out for a Spokane throw-in. So far, 3 shots for Spokane, none on target. 1 for Dallas and 1 on target. Looking to play through the middle. It's broken up by Danielson. Thornton. Here's Jenny Danielson. As Davison cuts it back, it's Dorsey now. Switch spots.
Better minutes of possession for Dallas Trinity. They've taken advantage of that first shot and good breakaway they had around minute 30, and it's almost 4 now, and just feeling more confident with the ball now.
Touched ahead, and the sliding challenge in. It's put out for another Dallas throw-in. Trying to build into this game much like they did against Brooklyn. Brooklyn, they never really got a foothold. A wide position. Here's Dorsey, who's made the run forward. Dorsey cuts it back. Now Davison. Amber Brooks playing it through the lines. Some contact there from Almer, and a free kick coming for Dallas Trinity.
This can be a really good opportunity coming from a set piece just to put the ball closer to Nino and see if they can get that surprise and maybe find themselves in another good chance. We'll see who takes the ball.
Ubogagu and Amber Brooks are standing over it. This will be Ubogagu. The delivery is off the post. So many bodies in front of the goalkeeper, but it just does stay out.
And if it wasn't Nino, it was the post, disallowing the first one of the game for Dallas Trinity. What a moment, what a good 6 moments for them. 6 minutes, sorry.
This ball stays in play. Ubogagu goes again. Cross back post, the header's in! Dallas strikes first! Hannah Davison at the back post. It's 1-0 Dallas Trinity.
Well, the central defender taking the chance, scoring her second one in this season. It was a good long run for like 7 minutes. They were just creating those chances, getting the ball, and then just putting themselves into the attacking third. What a great assist. And exactly into that space where Hannah Davison was just waiting for it to connect that header. Impossible there for Nino. I don't think she even had the chance to do so much more in terms of just disallowing that ball.
Davison, her second goal of the season, scored the first goal in Dallas Trinity history, week 1 against Tampa Bay. And a similar situation, it was from a set piece and a headed goal as well. Dallas maybe against the run of play when you look at the complexion of the first half, but as you were saying, in the last few minutes, they've been finding more chances. Now it's Spokane's job to respond. Taryn Reese turns it back for Vigiano. Here's Braun and Vigiano and Almer for Reese. Reese continues forward. The cross played back post. Weinert heads it down. It's saved. And Maddie White keeps it in play to deny the corner.
And you talk about the reaction. Well, the reaction was immediately from a similar situation of like the one of the goal from Dallas Trinity. Just getting a good ball sent into the box, a header. This one just seeing that bounce and maybe getting into the back of the net, but White was saying no to that one.
Play out of the back, and Spokane just do get away with it. Ball sent forward and taken in by the goal scorer, Hannah Davison. Forward again. Spokane able to get on the end of this one. Good pressure there by Amber Brooks. Brooks under more pressure, and the referee will bring this back for the initial foul. Sophia Braun just a bit too much and a bit too physical.
Maybe it's part of how they've been feeling after, you know, being able to have the possession, seem more dynamic in terms of creating attack, and then, you know, not scoring the first one, having the extra effort like they did in the last match of coming back from every goal that they receive, and now she gets the yellow card.
Run into the book, and a free kick coming for Dallas Trinity. Dallas didn't score from the initial free kick a few minutes ago, but they scored when it was recycled and kept in play by Ubo Gagu. Something to monitor for Spokane. Brooks runs away. Ubo Gagu sends it in, and this time it bounces out of play. Quick to put it back in play with 5 minutes to go in this first half. They controlled the early portion of this game, but Davison's goal in the 36th minute has changed things here at One Spokane Stadium. And it looks like a yellow card has been given to Gabby Guillen. Must have been for throwing the ball away. Time wasting. Yep, that's what it's for.
Yeah, a little bit of, you know, it happens. Second yellow card for her in the start of the season, a Costa Rican player.
Shepard trying to get free. Now back for Dorsey. Zephyr fans, scan the QR code to get your single match tickets today. Spokane, including today, 3 straight home matches. They'll play Lexington on the 13th next week, and then they'll end the month at home against the Tampa Bay Sun. Spokane, the farthest western outpost in the USL Super League, and Joe Johnson has talked about the travel and adjusting to the travel. All the players knew coming into Spokane that would be part of it here. And they said they've all bought into that. They're resilient players, and they're willing to look past that and kind of battle through maybe some of that adversity on those long trips.
Yeah, and you always have to take advantage, you know, of any situation. That means also the teams that are coming to face you, they're going to have really long days of travel and adjust. So they can take that to their advantage too.
Brooks, the switch of play, and there's space over there for Gabby Guillen. Final few minutes of the first half. Now all of a sudden it's Spokane who are trying to battle back into this, with Dallas having the lion's share of possession and the chances over the last few minutes.
Yeah, it's clear it was the first 30 minutes of them holding the possession and just forcing Dallas Trinity to trace behind the ball. Now it's the other way around.
And it's turned over again. Ubogagu, the cross denied. Almer stepping in for Spokane. Now Weinert trying to play out. Shepard. Shepard floats it in. It was too tall for Allie Thornton and runs through for Izzy Nino. Johnson talked about how much the wide play has really opened up the middle of the field for this Spokane side. Likes of Sophia Braun, Marley Canales through the middle, Taylor Almer as well. It may not be perfect, but we're seeing improvement as the weeks go by. I want to continue to create chances. The XG was a little bit higher in that second game against DC Power. Trying to stay on her feet. Eventually the whistle and a foul will go Dallas's way as we enter one additional minute at the end of this first half. Brooks floats it forward. It's knotted down. And deflected out of play. A goal kick coming for Spokane. And that brings this first half to a close. It was Spokane who got out on the front foot, but it's Hannah Davison's goal that is the difference through 45 minutes.
And it was, you know, just that, the patience, the well done defensively by Dallas Trinity, you know, just taking care of every single time that in attack, it seemed like Spokane was ready just to go and get something good out of it. And when they had their chance, they didn't fail and score that goal, coming from a good combination of the defenders.
Spokane trying to work back into this game, but it's Dallas who have the lead going into the break here in Spokane. Trying to find some momentum after dropping that game a couple weeks ago against Brooklyn, as we are glad to be joined by Dallas Trinity defender and goal scorer Hannah Davison. Hannah, your second goal of the year. Take us through what you saw on that play.
Yeah, I mean, it was the second phase of a set piece. We know that in the league those are really important, and just being patient, holding the run, I, re-ran my run and was just way open on the back post. A great service from Shioma.
How did it change from that early start where, the possession was all on Spokane and you were just able to control the game and wait for your moment?
Yeah, I mean, we started off maybe a little bit slow, and I think as the half went on, we definitely started to play our game. We're finding the passes, we're being more dangerous, and, getting into tackles, winning the 50-50, so a lot to build on in the second half.
Hannah, thanks so much for your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you so much.
Hannah Davison of Dallas Trinity, the goal scorer today in Spokane. It's 1-0 in favor of Dallas Trinity at the break. Stay with us here on Peacock.
At Eastern Washington University, students and faculty work side by side to restore a lost prairie and decrease our carbon footprint. Composers are writing music to help us understand how salmon migrate. And urban and regional planning students partner with cities to gather the data they need to address homelessness. Interdisciplinary education that gets real about the real world. That's Eastern Washington University and you.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Wild Edition for $339 a month for 36 months, or purchase with $3.9 for 36 and get $2,000 wild bonus cash.
Don't get spooked. But Spokane Zephyr FC has just 2 home matches left before spring, taking on USL Super League foes from Lexington and Tampa Bay, the highest level of women's pro soccer. Played right here at One Spokane Stadium. On October 13th, celebrate Unity Day, with groups advancing diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Catch Zephyr FC before they hit the road for the rest of 2024. Scare up some tickets now.
This is the beginning. This is a first practice, a first video session, a first pregame talk. This is a first ticket, a first scarf raise, a first kickoff. This is a tapestry of clubs and players and communities inspired by those who blaze the trail for women's sports, ready to inspire the next generation. We are the USL Super League. We're part of a movement, and this is our moment.
Everybody trying to stay cool on a warm October Sunday here in Spokane. We got even the self-made fans. You see the pink jerseys on display today. Today's match celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Day with the theme Brave. The first 1,000 fans received a Zephyr-branded breast cancer awareness ribbon. Fans also had the opportunity to share a message of hope and support on Zephyr's breast cancer survivor mural.
That mural is gorgeous, and the whole thing about having a word to represent every home game, it's going to be a good impact for the community and sending a big message throughout.
Pink all throughout One Spokane Stadium today. Great to see the fans supporting the cause as well. what is to come for Spokane Zephyr in the coming weeks. Couple more home games, and the rest of this first part of the schedule is going to be on the road.
Yeah, it's incredible. 2 more at home, so that's going to be game 6 and 7 at home. Then 3 away matches against Brooklyn, Carolina Accent, and then Lexington. You know, this already in mid-November, still an extra month of play before the winter break.
That's what it looks like for Spokane. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they're on a bit of a road trip stretch as well. They'll play 3 straight road games, finishing with DC Power. Then they'll get a slew of home games coming up.
Yeah, having 2 at home, Carolina Accent also, and Fort Lauderdale United. And then just a little bit of a mix of going to face off with Lexington and then back at home for the second match of the season against Spokane Zephyr.
Right now, the Cotton Bowl is being used next week for the big Red River rivalry, which means Dallas Trinity on the road here, but they will be back at home on the 25th. Halftime today from Spokane. It's 1-0 in favor of Dallas Trinity. Today's halftime score presented by River Park Square reads Dallas Trinity 1 and Spokane Zephyr 0. Everybody staying cool on a hot Sunday afternoon in Spokane. News and notes from around the USL Super League. Spring has sprung. The new schedule is out. It will start the day before Valentine's Day in February, run to the end of May.
That's going to be really good. And the sun is shining. Tampa Bay Sun recorded their second win of the season after defeating DC Power 3-0 on Wednesday, October 2nd.
And the team of the month in September as well. A couple of Dallas Trinity players on there. And Amina Ekic representing Spokane Zephyr. A slate of 3 games on this Sunday. Already one of them just about to finish up in Carolina Ascent and Lexington. There'll still be one more game, the home opener for Fort Lauderdale United.
Yeah, that's going to be a really nice game to be able to tune in.
All games available in the Super League on Peacock. Halftime from Spokane. It is Davison's goal that is the difference. We'll have highlights, stats in the second half on the way. Today's highlights are brought to you by River Park Square. And the lone goal in the first half was from Hannah Davison that got Dallas on the board.
Such a good assist by Hudson, just being able to put that ball back on the box. And then, of course, the great header by Hannah Davison.
Davison gets her second goal of the year. Chioma Ubogagu, her first assist in the Super League. And the celebration on for Dallas. We welcome you back to Spokane, Washington, and One Spokane Stadium. There's the whistle as we get this second half underway. With Carmen Bokeen, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us here on Peacock. Dallas with the advantage and trying to see this one out. They have not won a game since that 6-2 win a few weeks ago against Lexington. A couple of draws coming in, a win and a loss. It's played over the top. Reese able to usher this back to Izzy Nino. The first part of the first half was dominated by Spokane. They had a few good opportunities, but it was the second part of the second half that Dallas were able to control. They got their goal through it and now have the advantage. Dorsey with the throw-in. Here's Allie Thornton. Playing it to the end line, it runs out of play. And now looking to build out. Bourgeois was fouled, and a free kick going Spokane's way. Scan now and you will win one of 20 unique restaurant discounts. Thank you to all the restaurants participating. This beautiful new One Spokane Stadium opened last September. Now home to both USL teams here in Spokane. Spokane Velocity in USL League One and Zephyr here in the Super League. Also play high school football on this field, a community field that kind of replaces what Joe Albee Stadium was on the outskirts of Spokane, old venue that is since closed. It's a beautiful new venue right downtown. This is flicked through and Dallas able to get it away. Just adds to the sports scene here in Spokane. As Joe Johnson was talking about the hockey team, you have Gonzaga University and how great they've been in basketball. They'll host the NCAA tournament every now and then. Minor league baseball team as well. Now you add in Division I professional women's soccer to the mix along with the League One team. And a good sports city here in Eastern Washington.
And she was also mentioning how in the airport, in the streets, there are billboards and everything just surrounding the club and being able to, start building that big community and follow up.
It's Ryan and Katie Harnato who help run this club, the owners by Aquis Sports. One day they were just at home and Ryan peeked his head into Katie's home office and said, "Hey, I think we should buy a professional soccer team." And he responded, "Why not?" And off they went. They're local entrepreneurs and they have really made this all come to life here with professional soccer now in the city. It's floated down the line and out of play. Not only is it the Super League team and the League One team, also a USLW League team. It's turned over. Brooks Looking over the top, the commanding header in the middle by Sarah Clark, and back under the control of Spokane Zephyr.
Starting this second half a little bit like the first one, with Spokane, you know, controlling just the ball a little bit more, but getting those moments where Dallas Trinity just takes advantage and knows how to put a little bit of pressure and win it back.
Here's Davison and Dorsey. Spokane forcing Dallas back again. Again, Dallas having trouble finding space going forward and playing through the middle of Spokane. Ball did not stay in play, and Spokane will get it back on the throw-in. Four shots in that first half for Spokane, just 3 for Dallas Trinity, but 2 of them on target for Dallas compared to Spokane's 1. Run to track down this loose ball. Here's Bourgeois. Shama Ubogagu trying to apply some pressure. Bourgeois. Vigiano gets the ball right back. Vigiano came into the starting lineup after Amina Ekic was scratched after warm-ups. Weinert cutting it in. The shot is towards the corner and wide. Again, that wing play providing a good scoring chance for Spokane Zephyr.
And it had to be, again, Weinert. She has the only shot on target from the first half, and now just creating another good one in this one. Ends up going wide, but still just being able to diagonally put herself in a good position of getting a shot going to the second post. And wide by nothing.
Just about 15 minutes between shots for Spokane. It was in the 38th minute in which Mackenzie Weinert had the last shot for Spokane Zephyr. Loaded out wide for Ubogagu. Possession turned over, Spokane looking upfield. Through the middle. Here comes Braun and playing in behind. Weinert's onto it. Positive first touch, and it's out of play. Maddie White just getting fingertips on it. Corner kick for Spokane.
And that's never an easy shot. You know, she's running, she's trying to put herself in a good position towards the goal, and she also has a player trailing behind her, just trying to disallow her. It was Julia Dorsey. Still, she got a chance to get a good shot. And it was really interesting to see with White also extending up her arms to get that bit of a touch and sending it to the corner.
This is the ICCU corner kick, your financial success fan club. The in-swinging ball into traffic, and Dallas able to get it out. Bourgeois. Continuing to move the ball side to side and get in those wide positions. Cut infield again, the cross is too far and out of play. player down. It's Haley Thomas. And the trainer's forced to come out on the field to tend to Thomas, who needs a moment. Chances have been there today for Spokane. They just have not been able to put them away. This may be their best chance.
Yeah, definitely. They've been creating a few good shots. Maybe only one on target, but still, you know, more than only just being there and creating those passes or services into the box. They seem really dangerous throughout some few moments, but weren't able to capitalize on it.
Thomas able to walk off the field under her own power. Thomas looks like she is good to continue on. Come on in just a moment. Zephyr fans, scan the QR code for your chance to win a $100 gift card to Rosauer's Supermarkets, official grocery store of your Spokane Velocity and Zephyr FC. Spokane win it back and looking upfield. Braun. There's Almer who helped to keep the play alive. Mackenzie Weinert, quick give and goes. It's moved out wide again. Cross blocked. Now Dallas looking into the attack with Guillen. Amber Brooks. Floated forward, Lucy Shepard onto it. Shepard's cross towards Thornton, it's saved. It's still loose and now touched away. Danielson keeps it alive. Danielson, cross again, header's in! Gracie Bryant scores! And just like that, Dallas Trinity double the lead to 2-0.
And in this one, it came with the big effort first by Nino. Not enough to stop that ball or to grab it and just disallow any more play around it. And for Dallas Trinity, just a great effort of putting the ball back into play. It was Danielson just doing so. And then such a great service for the header coming from Gracie Bryant, her first of the season. She had the other good shot on target in the first half, and now she was able to score against Nino once again. Second goal from a header.
Gracie Bryant, another local player for Dallas Trinity from Frisco, Texas, her first pro season. So this her first pro goal. Was a standout at TCU in Fort Worth, the all-time assist leader, second all-time in points, and the third to record 30 or more goals in her college career at TCU. Now on the board with her first pro goal today for Dallas. And just like Joe Johnson said, the head coach for Spokane, she liked how her team fought back in the game against DC. Really going to have to work hard to fight back into it today. Vigiano getting end line and just trying to keep the ball in play. Touchdown for a throw-in. Substitution, first of the game for Spokane. It's the end of the day for Sophia Braun. And entering the game will be Katie Murray. Murray with a spell in Europe, in the Netherlands, Finland, and Spain. Played her college soccer at Illinois, last played for the Washington Spirit in 2022. Long throw in for Spokane. Bounces once. Murray trying to make an impact right away. She had the last touch, and it's out for a goal kick. And Dallas Trinity now, the leading goal scorers in the league coming into today.
Now more.
And now more. They're the first to double-digit goals with 10 on the season.
And you can tell, you know, when we talked to Davison, she mentioned that they were patient, waiting for the moment into creating that good chance. They scored that first one in that first half, and now, you know, after a few good moments from Spokane, they were able to just put themselves up there, another good ball into the box, and a great header definition. Something to take in consideration for Spokane, and how to control a little bit more the headers in terms of defense.
Oh, it's a misplay at the back. And what a great reaction save that is from Maddie White.
Adding just another good save for White, because she was just in control. That pressure, such a good one when Dallas was trying to get out of their area playing. You know, you got to take advantage of that. Well done by Spokane.
It was Vigiano who I don't think knew much about the shot, just trying to get her foot onto it and got some good power behind it. Challenge put in by Taylor Almer and a yellow card given. Dallas, I think, wanted to try to play on the advantage, but play stopped for the yellow card.
Yeah, it was just a rough play by Almer, getting the second yellow card for Spokane. The first one was for Sophia Braun, and she's out of the play now. And it's already her third of the season.
Something to watch for Almer, an important player in that midfield for Spokane.
3 and 6. Laura Rodriguez, she came into the match with 2 games and a total of 13 yellow cards. Now you can have 3 more.
Played back post, bounces out of play. And a goal kick for Spokane, as all of a sudden they have a bit of a hole to dig themselves out of. Nino spills it. Thornton tries to go for goal. It was blocked by Haley Thomas. We just saw it on the other end. Dallas trouble playing out of the back. Same goes for Spokane on the other side.
And you can clearly understand that they're not, you know, waiting any second. They want to keep the game in control and maybe see themselves being that powerhouse in terms of scoring and getting another big win with more goals.
This is the ICCU corner kick, your financial success fan club. It's played short. Now a throw-in for Dallas. Danielson will drop this off for Gabby Guillen to throw it back in. Murray wanted back, but Spokane having trouble playing out right now as Dallas have really settled in. The second goal, no doubt, helps them control this game a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're returning home. You know, they came from 2 draws, 1 loss, 1 win. They wanted to see back-to-back wins at home, and now they're trailing behind a 2-goal difference, which is always a good number to try to overcome, but you have to really work it hard, and they've been getting the possession but not putting themselves better towards the goal.
Collision there between Guillen and Jaskinek, and Guillen, remember, is on a yellow card. Doesn't look like one will be shown here, but something to note now for Guillen moving forward, as 2 more subs are preparing for Spokane. On the free kick, it's floated into the box. The heads go up, it's towards the end line, and Weiner headed it straight out of play. And now the subs for Spokane. Jenny Vetter and Jody Ukekel will both enter. Jaskinek and Vigiano will be coming out of this game. Ukekel played her college soccer right here in Spokane at Gonzaga, originally from Sammamish, Washington, on the western part of the state. Jenny Vetter from Mankato, Minnesota. Last played for Racing Power in Portugal. Had a standout career at Minnesota State in college. Adding 2 attacking players into the mix now is Joe Johnson, as Spokane have to chase this game, trying to come from behind. Spokane's lone loss of the season coming on the 15th of September. A 2-0 defeat against Carolina Ascent. Spokane played their first 4 games at home. Then we're on the road last week to DC. Now they're in the stretch of 3 straight, and they'll finish with 6 straight games on the road. And it's going to be quite a tough November and December for this Spokane side.
A lot of travel.
Dallas win it back. It's a free kick going the other way. Zephyr fans, get match ready with the latest Zephyr merchandise. Shop online or in the team store at the Davenport Grand Hotel in Spokane. Here's Weiner trying to turn out of trouble and taking off the ball. Lucy Shepard for Danielson. He's back in field, Ubo Gagu. Ubo Gagu again, Brian. Now Julia Dorsey trying to turn the corner. It's cut back again for Allie Thornton. A Dallas corner kick on the way. An ICCU corner kick.
And again, just getting closer to that feeling of how good they have been able to control it, right? And you know, getting those 2 goals and having more opposite box entries in the second half and getting more corners now, they're closer to just keep adding to the tally.
Gagu will deliver. Floated up, back post, the header's down and saved. Gracie Bryan there. Set pieces have really played into Dallas's favor today. Long run, Guillen has it covered. Back for Maddie White, who gets it away.
That was close. And worth the run, you know, because you never have to give up in plays like this, because you don't know how you're going to take advantage of it, put the extra pressure, and maybe steal that ball.
An update in the early kickoff today between Lexington and Carolina. Carolina was leading 1-0 in that game. They scored an own goal in the 37th minute. About 90 plus 10, Lexington finding an equalizer. It was Kimberly Mendez who was able to salvage a point on the day at home for Lexington. So drop points for Carolina, who are still at the top of the standings, and the second draw of the year for Lexington.
That was a match with the first and the last of the league, so it was interesting to see what Lexington.
That ends a 4-game losing streak for Lexington as well. An ICCU corner kick as it's floated in to the back post, and Weinert puts it wide. Spokane have found a few chances in the second half, but have not been clinical with them.
Yeah, and Weiner has been that player with better chances towards scoring. Here, more in an acrobatic shot, not able to control it a little bit better, or to put it into a best direction towards the goal.
And long down the line, and nothing doing. Through the middle, and now here comes Spokane into the attack again. Jenny Vetter forced to turn it back. Dallas getting bodies back behind the ball. Bourgeois progressing end line. Another corner kick for Spokane, an ICCU corner kick. Corner kick number 6. Canales, driven ball, back post. It's still loose. The shot saved off the line, and then it's scrambled home. Spokane get one back by any means necessary. 2-1.
And it was just at the right moment where they needed, coming to the last 20 minutes of the match, plus stoppage. You know, just going until they finally did. There was a save in the line, just another one also, by the way, by Dallas Trinity, but that rebound was still left there and really well taken care and then sent to the back of the net.
That is Taylor Almer, who scores her second goal in as many games for Spokane Zephyr, and now it is game on here at One Spokane Stadium.
This opens the match so much more coming into the final minutes of this second half, to see what, you know, Spokane is capable of doing, maybe coming back again and leveling, or Dallas Trinity finding another one.
Maya Henriksen, the Swede, has come into the game. It's the end for Gabby Guillen, who was on that yellow card and maybe an extra warning as well. Henriksen, first pro season. Last played college soccer at Nova Southeastern, so that trip to Fort Lauderdale to play Fort Lauderdale United will be extra special for Henriksen, because that's where Fort Lauderdale United Stadium is. And Fort Lauderdale United play their first home match tonight. That game will be coming up at 7:30 Eastern, taking on Brooklyn. Taken away, Vetter. Cleared up fields. last game against DC Power for Spokane. They trailed twice in that game, but came back to find a couple of equalizers. Almer's goal canceled out the initial penalty, and then there was an own goal in the 70th minute, which canceled out the second penalty. Penalty kicks have been a big part of Spokane Zephyr's existence so far.
Yeah, scoring 1, conceding 3.
There's Lucy Shepard, the first goal in Spokane history, scored by Amina Ekic from the penalty spot. Now a goal kick with 15 minutes to go. Spokane moving forward again, slipped in behind, Weinert. Weinert continues, cuts it back, and blocked away. Still the chance available. Chance to set up the shot from distance. Murray's shot blocked. Weinert for Murray. Ahead, and now cut back again. The cross fired in. Weinert's header looping into the arms of Maddie White, and play is stopped as Weinert is shaken up.
Such a great service, and Weinert again being that player that needed, you know, that momentum. We talked to the coach about her and how she was building up that moment, and she just created so many attacking chances. This one getting hurt with the ball. Oof.
Weinert on loan from Seattle Reign. Played at Oregon State, then at Washington. Dallas players, Lucy Shepard on one knee. A bit shaken up, but some big news this week around Dallas Trinity. The Under-17 World Cup is coming up, and how about 3 players being called up to the team? Jordan Hardiman, who has been a regular starter for Dallas, Evan Osteen, a goalkeeper, and Kiara Gilmore. Both of those players played in the friendly against Barcelona at the end of August. The United States will be in the Dominican Republic for the Under-17 World Cup, and these youth national team players are really impactful for this Dallas Trinity side. The World Cup will start on the 16th. They'll play Spain and Colombia, and they'll finish it off against Korea Republic. Down the line. Ubo Gagu was tripped up, and it will go Dallas's way. Set piece coming for Dallas Trinity. The USL Super League kicked off its inaugural Division I professional women's soccer league in August, featuring 8 teams located throughout the country. Watch all the Super League games and historic firsts airing exclusively on NBC's Peacock Network. Amber Brooks over the free kick for Dallas. Free header is looping wide of goal. 11 minutes to go. Dallas scoring the first 2 goals. Spokane answering back, but they still need one more to find something out of this game today.
And it can be really, you know, either way, because Spokane has been able to get that one back, see if they can get another one. And Dallas, they haven't given up. So we can have the next 10 most exciting minutes of the match.
Keckle turns it back. Now trying to play down the line. It's touched out of play. Zephyr fans, scan the QR code to get your single match tickets today. As this cross comes in, nothing doing for Katie Murdy as it's cleared away. Dallas sub coming. Sierra Hinson will enter to replace Lucy Shepard. Hinson from Garland, Texas. Time in Australia and Iceland. Played her college soccer at Texas. Also was part of Gotham's setup last season.
Holding the possession and maybe taking advantage of that as a defensive move also, in terms of also creating maybe one direct extra play to get another goal could be a good idea for Dallas into these final minutes of the match.
I feel like another goal for Dallas, they could really coast to the finish line. Free kick coming for Dallas after that handball. Ubogagu. Flick down the line. Ubogagu turns the corner, tries to cut it back. And avenue blocked off, and Spokane can dribble out with it. Went to ground to win it. Spokane searching for a way forward. Seven minutes to go. Dallas still controlling things, but Spokane have been finding a few chances here and there, including their goal, which wasn't the prettiest goal in the world, but they'll take it. They all count the same. Down the line, Weinert. Weinert cuts it in. She slipped as she got the cross away. Spokane without Amina Ekic, who was scratched after the warm-up. Natalie Vigiano who took her spot, but you can see how dynamic this wide play is with Weinert on one side. Ekic would have been on the other side. Vigiano did have a few good chances in the game today before being subbed out. Shot from distance, blocked, appeals for handball. It comes back through the middle. Vetter slipped as she went to take the shot. And a stoppage here. A player down and injured for Spokane is Mackenzie Weinert.
there's no time to wait. She's even just getting up as fast as possible. She was asking for something maybe. But now clearly they gotta take advantage of the last 5 minutes plus stoppage and see if they can find the goal and at least get an equalizer and not lose another one at home.
Spokane came into the weekend tied for the most draws in the USL Super League with 3. They have found results in quite a few games. They've only lost 1 game so far. That was to Carolina Ascent, the team at the top of the league. Moved out wide. Now trying to go down the line. The shot is out of play. And just trying to make something happen late on.
In fast pace, coming from that left flank and just storming directly towards the goal. A little bit off here.
Out of play, and it's a throw-in coming for Spokane. Dallas in no rush to help find a ball. Long throw down the line and headed out of play. Spokane trying to go quick. Now they'll slow it down. You can scan now and you'll win one of 20 unique restaurant discounts. Thank you to all of the restaurants involved. Bourgeois' cross blocked down. Final 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Spokane desperate to find an equalizer. Laid down the line. Now trying to turn the corner. It runs out of play, and it's a corner kick coming. An ICCU corner kick, your financial success fan club. Canales. The delivery towards the penalty spot. Spokane getting a touch to it initially. Danielson just setting it towards midfield, getting it out of harm's way. Contact away from the ball. Play on. Weidert sends it wide of goal. Was wanting that foul.
Incredible. Weiner came into the match with 8 shots, 3 on target. Now it's already 7 and 2 on target in this match. Just, you know, being really that player with the most opportunities, but she wasn't able to score that one.
Brian's goal could be the game winner. Could stand up as the game winner. First pro goal, the Frisco, Texas native. Loose in the middle. Henriksen loses it, and then Ubogagu puts it out of play. Gagu sending it over the top again. Hinson on the run. Entering stoppage time as Weinert comes forward. Laying this one off. Ukeko touched over the bar. Maddie White. It could be a game-saving save.
It's a 3-point save, that's for sure. She got save of the month, and now we understand why. White is so good. What a big save. Just stretching herself up to the most that she could. That was going on goal. Wow.
An ICCU corner kick as we enter Rosauer's stoppage time as well, which is 5 minutes. The in-swinger. Spokane trying to keep it alive. A chance for Dallas to run. And Danielson will just take it towards the near touch line, and then possession turned over. Back for Nino, 4 minutes to go. Playing through the middle again, laid off. Trying to find a shooting lane. Brian there to block it down. Canales couldn't get it towards goal. Another chance to cross. Bourgeois. It was deflected. Bourgeois will try to collect again. Stood up towards the back post, it's knotted down, and Davison slices it out of play. Corner kick coming, an ICCU corner kick. Canales ready to deliver with 2 minutes to go. Swinging ball, played back post. Spokane desperate to get back on it, and they do. Here's Almer. Moved out wide. Here's another cross by Ukeko, and it's too close to Maddie White, who saved a few moments ago. Could save them the 3 points. Up next for Spokane, they'll be home to Lexington. For Dallas, they'll be away to DC Power on October 16th. Contact there on the far side as it runs out of play. It's a goal kick with 40 seconds left.
It's the final stretch, and one thing Dallas Trinity was able to do, not only scoring those 2 goals, it was defensively. Every player was on point, you know. Aside from the goal that they ended up conceding, every other chance, the good ones that Spokane had, they were able to take them away.
A Spokane assistant coach was given a yellow card As White will send this away. Foot race for this, goalkeeper off the line! Weinert goes down, ball is out of play. A yellow card has been given to it, but looks like somebody on the bench. It doesn't appear a penalty was given.
I swear it was one. Come. I don't know.
We got to call it as we see it. That's a lot of contact. That has to be given as a penalty.
She's going directly on goal. Last player. And Lard Rodriguez gave.
Somebody on the bench has just been given a red card as well.
I like White asking for the time.
What a sequence. Weinert was completely cleaned out. And now one last chance for Spokane. Long throw. This game is just about over, and it might be one more goal for Dallas. Hinson running away. She'll just take it to the corner. And that is full time. Dallas survive in Spokane. They earned 3 points on the road. I think a lot of the conversation will have to be that last no call in the box, which would have given Spokane a chance to equalize. It's the first road win in Dallas Trinity history.
What a crazy finish of the game, because I never would have imagined a situation like that, but it was clear how Weinert was the key player in attack, making a difference. And like you said, a no call for a goal, that seemed like really clear.
Oh, we will come back and wrap things up from Spokane and One Spokane Stadium. Full-time score. It's Dallas 2 and Spokane 1. Back in Spokane, full-time scores presented by River Park Square. It reads Dallas Trinity 2 and Spokane Zephyr 1. We are glad to be joined by Dallas Trinity midfielder Gracie Bryan. Well, Gracie, congrats on the win. I know this was a tough one coming on the road, but take us through your goal. You get your first pro goal. What does it feel like?
Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm so blessed. I just want to thank God first and foremost, but he did such an amazing job of taking on defenders, and I just knew that she was going to play a perfect ball across the goal, and so I knew that I could just head it right in, and all credit to her, but such an amazing win.
Gracie, different moments throughout the match, and you keep, just playing there, finding the ways of progressing during the match. What was your favorite moments through it?
Did you say my favorite moments? I think you said my favorite moments.
Yes, through the match.
I think just okay. Yes. I think just working together as a team. At the end, it's super nerve-wracking, but seeing everybody fight when they're tired after 90 minutes is super special. This team wanted it so bad, and we wanted those 3 points, and that was our goal. And just watching every single person put their bodies on the line and just keep fighting was just so fun. But I thought we did a really good job of maintaining possession and just looking forward, and trying to win those first and second balls was a goal of ours, and so I think we did a really good job on that.
Gracie, thanks so much for your time. Congrats on the goal and the win.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Gracie Bryan of Dallas Trinity. Our full-time highlights are brought to you by River Park Square, and it was Dallas who struck first in the first half.
Yes, it was a first goal, just the biggest opportunity there. Ubugago with a great assist, and then the header coming from Hannah Davinson, just being clear in that goal and scoring against Easy Nino. That was doing such a great job in terms of saves. She also had a few in this game. In this one, she couldn't do much more. Talk about the saves, right? Another big one for her.
Nino making some saves, but it was recycled, and eventually it would find its way to Gracie Bryan, who we just talked to about that goal.
Yep, it took the effort from Jenny Danielson just to be able to put that ball back, and then Gracie Bryan being exactly where she needed to be. Another good header for Dallas Trinity in scoring that goal.
Today's play of the match is brought to you by Modelo, the mark of a fighter. The lone goal for Taylor Almer in the game for Spokane.
It was the goal, like you mentioned, the one that put a little bit of excitement towards the end of the match, just seeing what was the home team capable of doing in terms of maybe leveling the game. They did create the chances, but then they find wide, which was really good in terms of defending.
Today's match stats brought to you by River Park Square. All the shots and the chances for Spokane, but was Dallas more clinical with those opportunities?
Yeah, the ones that they have, they definitely ended up being those 2 goals that gave them these 3 important points in an away game.
That will do it for our coverage today from Spokane. Don't forget Fort Lauderdale United playing their first home match. That is coming up in just about 20 minutes here on Peacock. For our entire crew and broadcast partner Carmen Boquin, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Spokane. Dallas Trinity earned their first road win by 2-1 over Spokane. Good night from the Pacific Northwest.